Welcome to the Study Skills video series. This introductory part is for the teacher or parent who's concerned about their child or learner's academic performance. I think that the videos in themselves will be highly beneficial, but please download them, the worksheets and the workbooks, so that the child can have the full benefit and I can continue making videos like this. Thank you.
This is Uncle Jack and I'm back to speak to you about study skills again, and we are in session 2, and in session 2 I'm going to tell you what you can do to develop a positive study attitude, because I know that some of you might even say that you hate to study. That is terrible. If you hate to do it, you're not going to do it well. I want you to love to study, to love acquiring new knowledge, and so therefore I'm going to help you to develop a positive study attitude. So the session objectives for this session, what it is that I want you to do. After the session, I want you to take responsibility for your own learning. After all, there is nobody else that can study on your behalf, not even AI. Nobody can study on your behalf. It's only you that can do it. And then the second thing I want you to be able to do or change after this session is that you appreciate the role of your teachers. Now, for some of you who are homeschooled, that teacher is also a parent, so appreciate the role of the person that is trying to help you to acquire knowledge. That is what I want us to achieve at the end of this session. So let's have a look at your attitude towards the learning content. This is the first thing that you will have to develop, a positive attitude about your attitude towards the learning content. Now, you will be positive about your studies if, firstly, you understand why you must know the work. Secondly, you actually know the work. And thirdly, if you find the work valuable. So this is an understanding of why you know it and you find it valuable. If that's the case, then you will be positive about your studies. Now, school has a purpose, whether it is a public school or private school or big school or small school or primary school or high school or homeschool. School has a purpose. Subjects weren't just chosen to keep you busy. So the subjects that you are doing, that is determined by what we call the curriculum. Now, some of you are doing a curriculum that your state or county or country decided that you must do, and you have some choice. Some of you have limited choice. Some of you have a lot of choice about the subjects that you are allowed to choose. The idea with the subject that was chosen is that they prepare you to, after you have finished school, to enter the world of work and to enter the world as an adult and be able to live in that world. That's why the subjects were chosen. Your parents, if they don't like the curriculum that you are doing at the school that you are, in many cases they will have the option to homeschool you and to choose a different curriculum. Okay. These subjects contain the skills needed to succeed as an adult. Now, simply, I mean, you obviously have to be able to read or write and do basic calculations, because if you can't do basic calculations, then I advise you never to buy anything again in your life, because people will be able to charge whatever they want and you won't know any better because you're not able to do simple calculations. And I know that when we make use of short message systems, SMS or other short message systems like WhatsApp, for instance, you guys especially make a lot of use of emojis and you shorten the words. But when you get into the workplace, there will be a definite expectation of you to converse with people in proper English, if you are English. if you're not English and you're doing this course, then you're very confused at this point in time. And then thirdly, school helps you prepare for the real world. Okay. Well, something I want you to realize about school, guys, school is a safe place. It is also a safe place to fail. Some people fail a test or they fail a subject and then they think it's the end of the world. Anything but. It is just an opportunity to dust yourself off and to move on again and to learn from your mistakes. So school is a safe place. It's also a safe place to make mistakes. Now, that is with regard to your attitude regarding the subject content and the school itself. What about your attitude towards the teacher? Now, I think it is a given fact that children perform better in the subjects of the teachers that they actually have a relationship with. I'm not going to say like. Sometimes you like a teacher because the teacher allows you to do whatever you want to do in class and you're learning very little. So it's not just about liking, but it is that idea that the teacher is actually trying to teach and the learner is really trying to learn. So there's that relationship between the teacher and the learner. If there is such a relationship, then you are more likely to do better in that class. But I want you to value your teacher regardless of whether you like them or not, because you understand that what they are trying to do is to help you become a critical thinker. I sincerely hope that that is the case for most teachers. They spend years studying just so that they can teach you, because they want to make a difference in the life of their students, and therefore they deserve your respect and your appreciation. It is not just like anybody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to be a teacher, and then they go to a school and they say, yeah, here I am. I'm ready to teach children. No, it requires a lot of work. When you leave class at the end of the day, your teachers go home and there's still a lot of prep work that they have to do. Sometimes they have a lot of marking to do. And so their day doesn't end, their school day doesn't end, or their work day doesn't end when your school day ends. And I want you to remember that these are people who care deeply about you and they want to help you. And therefore, I want you to have a positive attitude towards your teachers. Imagine a world without teachers. In a world without teachers, society would collapse. It would lead to something that we call anarchy. And being able to do exactly what you want sounds like a good idea initially, but if everybody in a society is doing exactly what they want, then they won't care about each other and they won't care about the rights of the other people, and then you will have a lawless society. So appreciate teachers because they make sure that our society does not collapse. And so next time you are in class, I want you to be grateful for the person standing in front of you. If you are a praying person, then include your teachers in your prayers. I can assure you that many of you are in their prayers all the time. Okay, now we've talked about your attitude towards learning content and school. We've talked about your attitude towards the teacher. Now I want to talk about your self-image. You must realize that you are both valuable and you are unique. There are nobody else on the planet that is exactly like you. Nobody has your skill set. Nobody has your talent set. Nobody has exactly your personality. So you are both valuable and unique. In the very least, you are valuable to your parents, but you're also valuable as a member of a team. You are valuable as a member of a family. There are many people that value you and that value your uniqueness. There are things only you can do best. If you speak to people in your class, I guarantee you that there are people who will be able to do certain things much better than what you can. But there are things that you can do better than anybody else. I have won't say have. I had a rather ridiculous talent when I was in school. I was not the fastest guy in my class, but I was the fastest at running backwards. It's not really a talent that ever won me any medals, but I always knew that if I got in a fight, I could at least run away from the guy while facing him. But yeah, so there are certain things that you are good at. Know what you are good at. So I sometimes say, do a resource audit. Just go and list the things that you are good at. If you feel down and you think, oh, I'm not that smart, or I'm not that talented, or I'm not that sporty, then go and make a list of the things that you are good at. And then there's a message here. You can master your schoolwork. Believe in yourself. Remember, school was not created for the smartest kids. The school is created for regular children. And as teachers, we want you to master your schoolwork. And if you can master it, then you have a good basis on which you can build your studies for the rest of your life. Okay, you can do it. I already said it. School is designed for all children. The content is not above your ability, and there is no reason why you cannot succeed. Why many people do not succeed is because they do not know how to study. I don't want that to be the case for you. I want to teach you how to study and how to study well so that you can succeed at school. So what are we going to do next? In session 1, you did activity 1, and now in session 2, I want you to do activities 2 and 3, where you are going to download and complete activities 2 and 3. So activities 2 and 3 are activities about your motives, activities about your teachers and learning how to value them, and activities that will help you to develop a positive attitude. So what I want you now to do is to ask your parent or teacher or guardian to download that activity, those 2 activities, activities 2 and 3, and then I want you to take your time with this one. Take about half an hour and do these activities well. And after you've done them, I think that you will find that you have a better appreciation for your teachers, for your schoolwork, and hopefully you will have developed a more positive attitude and a more positive self-image. Thank you, guys. See you in session 3.
Thank you for watching the entire video. Remember, study smart, not hard, and ask your parent or teacher to download the worksheet.